Yo, what is good, YouTube? We are back with another video. If you guys are not in the free Discord, go join it. It is the first link down below. Today's video is going to be going over two trades that I have taken this month. I'm going to be going over a win that I have taken, and I'm going to be going over a loss that I have taken. Right, so we're going to go over the loss that I took on January 8th and the win that I took yesterday. The reason I'm going to go over the trade I took yesterday is because someone in the Discord was asking me about it, so I just figured why not go over it. So yesterday's trade, why was I long biased, right? I wanted to see longs happen. And the reason for that is right here we come down and we come into this 4-hour fair value gap at 6 p.m., right? Asia dumped, right? When Asia opened, we dumped 270, a little over 270 points, and I had my eyes on this range right here, right? So we have this candle, right, closed bullish, but we never took the high. So I wanted to see the high of this range get purged, right? We purged sell side into a 4-hour fair value gap, and we have not taken this buy side yet. If we go down to the hourly, you guys can see it clear, right? We're kind of just stuck in the middle of this. So I wanted to see a rotation from the low up to the high, and the internal price action was giving me my bias for it, right? This fair value gap does not matter. Why? Because it's not in relationship to the draw on liquidity, right? So if we go down to the 15-minute chart, this is where my trade started to say, hey, let's get long here, right? So right here, you guys see we purged the low. I wanted to see the high get purged. And we didn't purge it until the end of the day, but I was out of my trade at, what, 12:45. So I targeted this high. Now, what happens throughout here, right? We take all these lows and we form an SMT with the ES, right? So we form an SMT with ES. This is that 4-hour fair value gap, 4-hour fair value gap, right? I want to label everything so you guys can see it more clearly, right? So we come down, purge this sell side into a 4-hour fair value gap. We start to come back into the range, dump it open, form an SMT with the ES. And right here, right? Why is this candle so important? It is a 15-minute order block, right? So we form a CISD right here, right? Because we did go from bearish into bullish. So this now becomes your bullish order block, right? So I went down to the 5-minute chart because this year I really do want to start just chilling on the 5-minute again. I saw the most success at the end of the year last year whenever I was trading pretty much just the 5-minute. Well, not the end of the year, it was like middle of the year, but either way, I just like trading the 5-minute a lot more. But you guys can see right here on the 5-minute as well, we were holding this order block as well, but that 15-minute just gave me more confirmation. So where did my trade actually occur? Right here, right? We come down, we have a swing low, swing high, we purge the swing low, and then we close above the swing high. Right, so this candle I marked off as a breaker block, right? So we have a breaker, 15-minute order block, and that is where I got long, right? So if I want to show you guys the executions, let's hurry up and do this so this video is not too long, but let's screenshot this because it's too big to post. Boom, boom. Right here is my execution, right? And once again, I took micros. I took 8 micros and I partialed right here when I sent the screenshot into the Discord. When somebody asked me if I took a trade for the day, I took partials when ES formed an SMT with the NQ. Now, I only took 3 contracts off. Why did I do that? Because I'm not trading based upon how I feel, right? That's what I said to him, right? I felt that this buy side was going to get purged, but just to be safe, I partialed some because ES formed an SMT with the NQ. So I was like, okay, yeah, I might as well partial here. Just leave 5 contracts and let's see where this thing goes. Right, so as you guys see, I was up $600 on these contracts, and then we came up, hit my limit. Right, so where did I get filled? 37.75 right there. Now my stop loss was right here. Right below this low that got purged, right? So let's get rid of that. You guys saw the executions. First partials were, where was it? 6.99, right around there, right? So 6.99, right? Not quite a 2R, but that is fine because ES took a high and formed an SMT with the ES. So I wasn't really looking to take a lot of contracts off. That's why I only took 3 off. And then I partialed some more up through here at a 2R, and I left 2 contracts to run up here, right? And on those last 2 contracts, it was like plus $420. So I might have got filled like somewhere up here because 100 points would have been just 400 flat. But yeah, anyways, this is the trade, right? So we purge that 4-hour range low into a 4-hour fair value gap, come back into the range, form an SMT with the ES, 15-minute CISD, 5-minute purge of a swing low, closure above the high, breaker block, I long in that breaker, and then we run the high, and then at the end of the day, we do get to that 4-hour range high, right? So if I just would have let my contracts run, but I didn't really care to, right there you see we purge it at 4 p.m., but I'm just playing the internal range of it, right? So this was the trade that I took yesterday. Pretty cut clean, right? I think this was about 1.3K, 1.4, something like that. I didn't really even pay attention to my P&L. I just wanted to take a good trade, and that's what I did, right? So if we want to go take a look at the loss that I have taken this month, it was, what did I say, January 8th. Let's go take a look, right? This one was, it could have been avoided, right? But it wasn't, so let's go over it right here, right? So the reason I was bearish for the day, right? So I forgot to mark off 8:30 on the other one, but it's something I always do, is mark off 8:30 and midnight open, right? So right there. What do we notice throughout here, right? We are respecting midnight open and respecting this 15-minute fair value gap, right? Excuse me. So I saw these 2 swing lows down here as equal lows, and I thought right here we were going to go down and purge them when we took out this 15-minute swing high, right? So right here was where my short came, right? Right here we do form an SMT with the ES, but I was too bearish to even care, right? Because once again, we actually had a 1-hour fair value gap as well. So one thing I did wrong was I went to the 1 minute to trade, right? Even though I can trade the 1 minute, like I'm not saying I can't, it's just that I don't want to trade the 1 minute anymore, right? But anyways, right here, whenever we come up and we purge that swing high, right, 15-minute down to the 1 minute, I saw this as our change in the state of delivery, right, from bullish into bearish. CISD right here after purging that swing high. Another thing was this 1 minute fair value gap getting inversed right there, boom. So we inverse that and we had a CISD. I got filled right at the bottom of this, somewhere around there, and I had my stop right around here, right? So minus 25 points. My PT was down here, right? So right there you guys see. And one thing I did do on this was scale down, because usually I'm done trading at like 11:15ish, and this trade happened at 11:30, right? So I scaled down to what was it? I don't have how many contracts I took on this. I don't know if it was on NQ or MNQ, but either way, it wasn't a huge loss, right? Usually my losers are around 400, 300, 5, like somewhere around a couple $100, but this wasn't a big loss. And another reason I scaled down is if we just zoom out, look at this. Honestly, I shouldn't have traded if I just stuck on the 5 minute. I don't think I even would have touched this, but it is what it is, right? I took a trade, I took a loss, and I get over it, right? So you guys see it comes up, stops me out, and then we go down and purge sell side, but it is what it is. As soon as I took the loss, I just got off, right? I'm not just going to sit here and watch this, but it is what it is. So that is a win that I've taken this month and a loss that I've taken this month. I think to Friday I am going to upload another win and loss that I've taken this month. and then next week we'll get back into the charts. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop a like, join the free Discord, and I'm out. Peace.